Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, the world's dominant financial market is closed today, so this will be a thin report. Wall Street will be back in a limited capacity tomorrow, their Friday. In the US, a record 80 million people are expected to travel at least 100 kilometres this holiday weekend. But the Canadians are not on their Thanksgiving holiday break. They have had it, and they had it on the second Monday in October, so it has already been for them. And new data shows that, on average, Canadians work 33.5 hours per week, but payroll earnings are rising, up 5.2% in September from a year ago. And it's a faster pace than recently. And across the Pacific, the Bank of Korea cut its base rate by 25 basis points yesterday to 3% during its November meeting. It was a cut not expected and was the second straight month of rate reductions, bringing borrowing costs to their lowest level since October 2022. And EU sentiment surveys were out and they're broadly stable in November. In Australia, private capital investment rose 1.1% in the third quarter of 2023, and that was despite a 1.9% drop in the mining sector. You can see that in the distribution by state. New South Wales led the way with a 3.6% rise, followed by Victoria's 3.2% rise. The largest falls were in South Australia, down 11%, and Northern Territories, down 17%. Western Australia was down too, but a lesser 1.3%. Large building projects involving large-scale upgrades to their manufacturing sector and large data centre projects were the drivers. Many companies in this survey say they plan an investment surge in 2025. Westpac described the trend as a, quote, once-in-a-generational structural change, unquote. And as part of a last-minute set of deals to get most of its agenda passed in preparation for their 2025 federal election, their government has accepted a Green Party-inspired compromise to split the RBA board into two, one for rate setting, the other for governance. The Greens' goal was to force the RBA to cut rates, killing the RBA's independence, but it was not clear this aspect was achieved. And global container freight rates are down another 2% last week from the week before. Outbound China to the US West Coast saw the largest fall, down 5% in the week. Bulk cargo rates are down 7% in a week. That puts them 34% lower than a year ago, but a year ago was when they suddenly spiked. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now just on 4.24% and unchanged from this time yesterday. And the price of gold will start today unchanged at $2,642 an ounce, basically just down $1 from yesterday. And oil prices a little change as well at just over $68.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is just over $72.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today at 58.9 US cents and down 20 basis points from this time yesterday. Against the Aussie, we're down 30 basis points at 90.6 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're unchanged at 55.8 euro cents. That all means our trade weighted index starts today at just under 68.4 and down 20 basis points from yesterday. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again on Monday.